The Storm by Donne. Read for LibriVox.org by Thomas Copeland. To Mr. Christopher Brooke. Thou, which art I, 'tis nothing to be so, thou which art still thyself, by these shalt know part of our passage, and a hand or eye by Hilliard drawn is worth an history by a worse painter made, and without pride, when by thy judgment they are dignified. My lines are such. 'Tis the preeminence of friendship only to impute excellence. England, to whom we owe what we be and have, sad that her sons did seek a foreign grave, or fate's or fortune's drifts none can soothsay. Honour and misery have one face and way. From out her pregnant entrails sighed a wind, which at theirs middle marble room did find such strong resistance, that itself it threw downward again. And so when it did view how in the port our fleet dear time did leese, withering like prisoners which lie but for fees, mildly it kissed our sails, and fresh and sweet as to a stomach starved, whose insides meat comes, it came, and swole our sails, when we so joyed as Sarah her swelling joyed to see. But 'twas but so kind as our countrymen, which bring friends one day's way, and leave them then. Then like two mighty kings, which dwelling far asunder, meet against a third to war, the south and west winds joined, and as they blew, waves like a rolling trench before them threw. Sooner than you read this line did the gale, like shot, not fear'd till felt, our sails assail. And what at first was call'd a gust, the same hath now a storm's, anon a tempest's name. Jonas, I pity thee, and curse those men who, when the storm raged most, did wake thee then. Sleep is pain's easiest salve, and doth fulfil all offices of death, except to kill. But when I waked, I saw that I saw not. I and the sun, which should teach me, had forgot east, west, day, night, and I could only say, if the world had lasted, now it had been day. Thousands our noises were, yet we amongst all could none by his right name but thunder call. Lightning was all our light, and it rain'd more than if the sun had drunk the sea before. Some coffin'd in their cabins lie, equally grieved that they are not dead, and yet must die. And as sin-burdened souls from graves will creep at the last day, some forth their cabins peep, and tremblingly ask what news, and do hear so, like jealous husbands, what they would not know. Some, sitting on the hatches, would seem there with hideous gazing to fear away fear. Then note they the ship's sicknesses, the mast shaked with this ague, and the hold and wast with a salt dropsy clogged, and all our tacklings snapping like two high-stretched treble strings, and from our totter'd sails rags drop down so, as from one hang'd in chains a year ago. Even our ordnance, placed for our defence, strive to break loose, and scape away from thence. Pumping hath tired our men, and what's the gain? Seas into seas thrown, we suck in again. Hearing hath deaf'd our sailors, and if they knew how to hear, there's none knows what to say. Compared to these storms, death is but a qualm, hell somewhat lightsome, and the Bermuda calm. Darkness, light's elder brother, his birthright claims o'er this world, and to heaven hath chased light. All things are one, and that one none can be, since all forms uniform deformity doth cover, so that we, except God say another fiat, shall have no more day. So violent, yet long, these furies be, that though thine absence starve me, I wish not thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.